Hello there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, ever since I have finished Dark, we have been on an X-Files rampage in terms of recording. Because at the time I am recording this, I've only uploaded up to episode 9 of X-Files in Firewalker. And yeah, ever since Firewalker has been uploaded, I have watched episodes 10, 11, and 12. So I have been on a little bit of an X-Files rampage. The episodes themselves have been a little bit bumpy. I feel like we course-corrected ourselves with episode 12 in Aubrey. You know, the serial killer thriller creepy vibes were back in that one. And even even in the episode featuring the killer of Deep Throat, it was mainly I feel like Excelsius Day, that day that was a bit bumpy in terms of the episodes. I felt like the episode Red Museum was decent, like I said, with the appearance of Deep Throat's killer, building on the lore and mythology of that episode, the Earl and Maya Flask episode. That was actually pretty cool stuff. And then the Aubrey episode, last episode, was actually pretty cool, especially with the appearance of Terry O'Quinn. Didn't get much time to shine in that episode, but I thought the serial killer stuff was done pretty well, with the genetic descendant of the initial serial killer. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of the X-Files today. My name is Elie Moses, a 25-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shittiest shot. And today, we are up to episode 13 of the X-Files Season 2. This one is titled Beyonce, Irresistible. We're going to get into the reaction. We're going to have some fun with this thing. And as always, let's absolutely freaking smash it. Let's go.
Everybody loved Jennifer.
R.I.P. Jennifer.
Not just because she was a special person. We'll miss you, Jen. We'll miss your smile.
Damn, they do open caskets for a young girl like that? That's
We'll
crazy.
miss the times we would have spent together.
I guess family's decision.
We'll keep these memories close to our hearts until we meet again in God's kingdom.
Hey, that is a perfect speech right there. She was nailing that. But if we're starting off with the death of a young, teenage girl or little girl here, man, you just know something. Oh, nah, man. This is gonna be a crazy. This is gonna be a crazy episode. You, sir, look like you don't belong here.
The family has requested a graveside service now. I've rescheduled the burial to tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, hell nah. Hell nah.
Who's there?
Oh, hell nah again.
I said, who's there?
Holy. Did I just see that? I just got goosebumps.
Sorry.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see? Okay, so he emerged here as a shadow, but you could see his suit. Like,
I said, who's there?
And then the second cut here. Oh my gosh, he looks like the devil. He looks like the devil. This guy's the devil incarnate. I swear.
Sorry. What the hell are
That
you
is
doing here
Lucifer.
this late?
Working.
Working. At this hour.
That was great. That's trademark X-Files, man. Not showing too much right there. And using some fantastic lighting to make you want to see more.
What the hell were you doing?
If I found out that was
Get out of here.
like my daughter's body being mutilated like that, or like my sister's, but bruh,
Get out of here! And don't come back.
on site.
Get out of here!
Woo! The guy that cast as Donnie is like a towering figure as well, unless the other guy's just really short, but he is an imposing figure, this Donnie guy. The truth is out there. Okay. We're still at that.
I got the call from as if I'm tight with all the nutcases in town. So I shoot on down here to see what's the what.
Damn. We've got a very red theme episode thus far. And, you know, I feel like, was that the devil posing as Donnie right there? Or like a monster-like creature? I feel like that's the devil incarnate, man. And, you know, you had the red backdrop at the funeral service as well. The red curtains. And even Scully's wearing red pants now. Lots of red, man. And I don't like it.
22 years I've never seen anything like it.
Even look at Mulder's coat. The inner lining is red too.
Down at the Mutual UFO Network. Oh, how can you be sure?
I've seen this kind of thing before when I worked at Violent Crime.
Wait, I thought
You think this grave was unearthed by
I thought the
aliens?
girl's name was Jennifer. Maybe that's a nickname? I swear it said Catherine right there.
Literature. You know the way the hair and nails have been cut away? Sort of like they do in cattle mutilation.
He's looking at the gravestone. Catherine and Daryl.
Oh, I hate to disappoint you, Agent
Or is that a
Bob,
different gravestone?
but this doesn't look like the work of aliens to me. It tends to be bad for business when those kind of stories get around.
You're saying some human's been doing this.
If you want to call them that.
Rainy X-Files, baby. This episode's gonna be a vibe.
Yeah. I've read about cases of desecrating the dead before. This is the first time I've seen.
Collect salt and pepper shakers. Fetishists collect dead things, fingernails and hair.
Damn,
Nobody
man.
knows why. Though I've never really understood salt and pepper shakers myself.
Even the car's red. Even the car's red.
Sometimes you surprise me, Mulder.
Why's that?
How that didn't shock you back there.
I prepared myself for it before we left Washington.
Yeah, Scully's rattled, man.
You knew this wasn't UFO related from the start?
I suspected as much, yeah.
It took us 3 hours to get here. Our plane doesn't leave until tomorrow night. If you suspected...
Vikings versus Redskins, Scully. 40-yard line in the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome. You and me.
We got ourselves a game.
Have you
Desecrating the dead like that, you can tell that. Even
I grew up here.
even Scully, who you know, does the autopsies usually, you know, sees dead bodies on a daily basis. The fact that she was made uncomfortable by that, you know, desecrating the dead like that, especially a young, I think she was 21-year-old girl. Yeah, the fact that Scully's uncomfortable, this doesn't look too well, too good. Sorry.
I was away for a few years. Is that Indian summer?
Yes.
See, that is not.
Yes, it is.
That is not appropriate English, the way this guy's speaking.
Now, you're applying for the job as the delivery man?
To put myself through school. I've gone back to school.
Ah. And what are you studying?
Comparative religions.
Oh.
It's almost
are you
as
a
if
religious person yourself?
Yes. Very.
he talks like he's not of this earth.
You know, I probably shouldn't say this, but Mr. Ficcicello feels very strongly about religious backgrounds. He prides himself on the honesty of his employees.
Can you put that on the application?
I'll attach a little note.
Yo, amending
Thank
the
you.
resume like that. How is she attracted to him? Oh, they didn't go to the
Sorry you
game.
had to miss your game, but we found more bodies.
Aw, man, a 40-yard line too.
There was somebody down there in the grave.
Mulder's watching the game.
Shears. Gotta wonder about this guy.
Well, at least he wasn't down there with his dippity-doo and his blow dryer. How many bodies does that make?
The hair was cut from the heads of two of the bodies. From the third one, the fingernails were pulled out with what
Wait,
looks like
that looked like
hair and
Scully for a
needle
second?
nose pliers.
He thought she saw herself. Yeah, it's playing
All right,
tricks
I
on
want
her
you to draft
mind,
an
man.
eyes-only memo to everyone in this office and to all law enforcement agencies in the metropolitan area.
Maybe I've been isolated up here in the great white north too long.
What do you mean?
People wondered why it took them so long to catch this kid in Milwaukee. Thought someone should have noticed he was killing all those young boys.
The fact that, oh man, why does all, man, leave Scully alone, man. She just
A
returned.
complete model or psychological profile of the death fetishes
You
does
look
not
shook.
exist. The compulsion is the result of a complex misplacement of values and a deviation from cultural norms and social mores. The progression of the pathology can be traced from the fantasy stage to the eventual acting out of fetishistic impulses, including
Fetishistic.
opportunistic
Okay, I gotta
homicide.
remember that term.
Agent Mulder believes strongly that the suspect in this case is escalating towards this action. Once he begins to murder, it is the killing that draws attention away from a deeper motive.
I always love the
A
trademark
motive
blue
which most
lighting in like the
people, including
narration
law
scenes
enforcement
when Scully's
professionals,
writing her
cannot
reports.
imagine.
And
It
always
is
the
somehow
blue
easier to
reflection
believe, as Agent Fox does,
on her
in
circular
aliens
lenses.
and UFOs than in the kind of cold-blooded, inhuman monster who could prey on the living to scavenge from the dead.
Bro, this guy, he's doused in red lighting, always. I know it's the street red lighting, but there's intention behind it. It's gonna be the girl in the red coat. It's gonna be the girl in the red coat.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you looking for a date?
Yes.
Why don't you pull up around the corner over there?
Well, actually, I was thinking of a couple of hours.
Where do you have in mind?
He's gonna take it to like a cemetery, bro. Oh, to the okay, maybe. Oh, bro. She got the red lipstick. To be fair, the red bag, the red nails. Too much red this episode.
Don't you have any heat in here? It's freezing.
The forced air unit is broken. I'd like to run you a bath.
Yo. Hit it. Hit the hallways. Run.
Is your hair treated?
The hair fetish. The hair fetish.
What?
The hair fetish.
Do you need a shampoo for chemically treated hair?
That's it. Run.
You want me to shampoo
Run.
my hair?
Now.
I'll pay extra if that's something out of the ordinary.
Your hair's perfect. Get out.
Nobody has ever asked me.
Oh man, the payment is not worth it, girl.
Excuse me.
Bro, nobody talks like that. That's the problem. Yo, if we're dealing with mortuaries, I know who to send.
Yes.
I know who to send. Detective Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett. If you know, you know. We're gonna crash an ambulance into that bitch.
Hey, what's going on here? The water is ice cold. What kind of sick freak are you? Oh my god.
You should have turned on the afterburners long ago.
That's wonderful news so much.
Don't you come near me.
Oh,
I mean it. Don't you touch me. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. Don't touch me.
girl, he walking. Run!
Still waiting for someone to ID the body.
Alexa, play.
Judging from
Another one
the
bites the
area,
dust.
I'd say
By
she's
Queen.
Probably a working girl.
Damn, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yo, they amping it up this episode. They amping it up this episode.
Was it him? Looks like it. Knife through the length of the torso, cut all her hair off, took her fingernails. This time he took some fingers too. Want to see the body? Yeah.
I need a minute.
Hey, let her take a look.
You know why I think it's affecting Scully more? Because it's got to do with, I feel like if what we saw at the beginning of the episode is true, this guy is like, I feel like this is evil incarnate here. This is the devil in human form. And there's a lot of death surrounding this episode, you know, cemeteries, the young girl passing away, and Scully being a person of faith, wearing the cross, and her father being you know, her father being passed away recently, and her close encounter with death and the afterlife recently, I feel like this is why it's hitting Scully even more. I could be wrong here, and you know, as usual, just blabbering on, but I think I'm onto something here, and that's why it's hitting Scully even more right now. Because like I was saying before, she is the pathologist, you know, at the FBI. She sees human corpses daily, multiple daily, does her autopsies and sees mutilated bodies. And we've seen her interact with them with such you need a sort of you need to sort of have some resilience to work in the field she does, in terms of like dealing with the bodies, opening up everything. But the fact it's hitting her even more here, I feel like maybe ties in possibly to the One Breath episode and her close encounter with the afterlife and heaven. And then this is being completely the opposite here. This is like the work of the devil, and it's hitting her. This is her confrontation with the devil. I feel like it's a massive test for her. I feel like.
Oh, hi. Come in.
If my delivery
Did they
man
give you
spoke
skips
like
over?
that.
Yes, I think so. I've just started with the company.
But get Amazon
Skip's been
same day
delivering to us
delivery,
for so
Amazon
long, we
same
almost
day
took it for
return.
granted he'd
That's what I'm
always be
doing.
around. Since before the kids were born. Lisa?
Oh no, she wearing the red vest.
This is,
She wearing the red vest.
Donnie.
Oh no,
Donnie Faster.
he's gonna prey
He's
on
taking
her.
over for
Oh
Skip.
no.
Oh, hi. I'm gonna go over to Steve's now, okay?
Okay. You have a good time.
No, no, he's got all
Bye.
eyes on the girl. No, no, this ain't good, bro. She wearing the red
We have
vest.
3 daughters.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh,
Oh,
may I use your washroom to wash up my hands?
Oh, sure. There's a washroom just off the service porch.
God bless this woman's soul, man, because the fact she let the delivery man in her house, I know he has to put it in the freezer, but girl, can't you do it on your own? Like, this must be a very well-mannered, raised family. And they are so nice. Is he looking for hair or nail clippings? Oh my gosh. That is crazy. This blood got to go. Blood's got to go, man. He's got to go, fam. He's got to go.
I just wanted to tell you, if we're ever not home, we always leave the back door
No,
open.
no, no, don't say that shit!
Thank you. I'll remember that.
The people in this episode are absolutely like... It's almost as if they're like catering to this guy's needs.
Death is a recorded event. For reasons natural or unnatural,
And
when a
speaking...
body ceases to function, the cause of the effect can be clearly
Yeah,
reconstructed.
Scully's never like this
A
when doing
body
an
has a
autopsy,
story to
man.
tell. Time is 11:14 a.m. Monday, November 14th.
And the fact we get to see her do the autopsy this episode is crazy, especially after what I've been saying.
If the victim was strangled, an examination of the veins in the eyes will reveal this. That death, like life itself, is a drama with a beginning, middle, and end. It is my opinion, having conducted this examination, that the victim died a wrongful death for the express purpose of extracting her hair and fingernails.
That's crazy.
The time of death cannot be accurately determined due to what I believe must have been immersion in a cold environment, most likely water. For the record, it is also my opinion that outside of child homicide, which may be more tragic and heinous,
I think the next thing we have to do is call all the psychiatric facilities in the area and ask them if they have any records of patients with similar pathologies. This kind of a monster isn't made overnight. He's been developing this fetish for years.
The necessity of the story.
Oh my gosh!
Myth in a culture is desires.
Oh, he's
wishes,
learning about
or
religions.
behavior that society would otherwise deem unacceptable.
You look familiar.
Because they are conveyed in a wrapping of untruth, the story.
You look like
These thoughts
she
become
looked like she was in a
harmless.
Scream movie.
Take, for example, the stories we recite to our children. Snow White, Alice in
I'm seeing a trend with the girls here on the blonde hair and the red lipstick.
Queen orders off with her head. Imagine.
Even the way his nose was moving there, it's like he's smelling her scent. He's prowling, man. He's on the hunt.
My name's Donnie. I sit a couple of rows over.
Maybe you've seen me.
I don't know.
Mythology class. The guy speaks like a 50-year-old smoke addict, bro.
It was chapters 10 and 11.
Oh, thanks.
No, 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 no. Slam the car door on his ass. Right.
I have to go now.
Come on, girl.
Don't go.
Let go of the door.
Yeah. Hold that. Why didn't she get in the car and just drive off? I guess she's still on campus, so she can go to someone. She better get to someone. Oh my gosh.
Hello?
Scully, it's me. They've arrested somebody they think may be our guy.
Yes. Got caught lacking.
I'll get dressed.
Yeah, he's definitely our guy.
Oh no. Oh, bro, how do you...
Working girl. They're all carrying knives since what
It
happened.
wasn't a working girl, bro.
I'm Agent Mulder. Have you been read your rights?
Is that him behind it? Oh my... How do you stuff that up, bro? In the cell right behind her. I'm interested to see if, you know, Scully does take a look at him and they don't know it's him. If Scully will have that sort of like weird hesitation, that connection. Yo, it's you. Nah.
He's not our guy.
We thought we had him.
We're back to square one.
Yeah. She sensed it. She sensed the disturbance in the force. Yeah. Come on, Scully. Listen, brother, if you touch Scully's hair, I will Fat Albert my way through the screen and give you an RKO. Like 100%. RKO followed by the Randy punt. Knock your ass out.
What are you suggesting?
That I take the body back to Washington. I could run it through the fingerprint lab there. You know those guys, they can pull it.
Scully, if
You need to
you're
get out
having
of this
trouble with
place.
This case, I want you to tell me.
This place has bad juju.
I'm having trouble, Mulder.
I don't understand. I mean, it's not exactly easy to stomach.
Really, I just think we're a long way from catching this guy. If we could get a print, we'd have something to focus on. But right now, we're at a standstill.
I think it's a good idea.
A long way from catching this
just don't
guy.
want you to think
But my guys are 4th and 1 down the line. He's right there. It's a 4th and 1. That's how close he is.
you have to hide anything from me.
4th and inches.
I've seen agents with 20 years field experience fall apart in cases like this. I have.
I'm fine. I can handle it.
Yeah, it has been a good episode, man. This is the best one in the latest run of episodes. So far.
I thought I was some freak who's been digging up corpses. Man, I'm in enough trouble already.
But this guy need to go back to the island
were
on
their
Jurassic Park 3.
Who? The younger agent.
He just looked like he fought the Spinosaurus.
I don't remember his name. She was Scully. Like that baseball announcer.
The fact he remembers the girl.
Let's go, Mr. Pastor.
Go where?
Ladies drop the charges against you.
Why?
Letting you out as soon as you talk to psychiatric social work.
No, lady. Don't drop anything. Hey, size him up, bro. Size him up. Whoop his ass. J. Edgar Hoover FBI building, bro.
At first glance, there's not much to work with.
After watching Boardwalk Empire, you know.
There may be a latent somewhere. in
Wait,
this
did he
place.
just say Satan?
At first glance, there's not much to work with. Satin doesn't hold a print real well.
Satin. Oh my gosh.
There may be a latent somewhere in these bloodstains.
In med school, you develop a clinical detachment to death. In your FBI training, you are confronted with cases, the most violent and terrible cases. You think you can look into the face of pure evil. And then you find yourself paralyzed.
I feel like this is the face of pure evil.
Are
That's
you
why.
aware that you've been talking about yourself in the second person?
No. Was
Do you know why?
You seeing the FBI therapist? Counseling?
Is it your partner? Is there a problem with trust?
No. I trust him as much as anyone. I trust him with my life.
Yay!
Can you talk to him about the way you're feeling?
I don't want him to know how much this is bothering me. I don't want him to feel like he has to protect me.
Hey, but he's always there for you, man. He always will protect
I know
you.
you lost your father last year. And I read in your file that you were very ill recently, that your life was threatened. These exposures can leave you extremely vulnerable.
I love this close-up
I
shot
know
on
these
Scully
things.
here.
I'm conscious of them. I know that the world is full of predators, just as it has always been. And I know that it is my job to protect people from them. And I have counted on that fact to give me faith in my ability to do what I do. I want that faith back.
They've held the same close-up shot on her.
I need it back.
Yeah, that's great.
That was fantastic.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you.
You gonna get that faith back, man.
I got good news.
The beacons will be lit.
What did you
Gondor calls for aid.
There was nothing on the sheets, but we pulled something nice off the body. The guy cut her fingers off, right? But not all of them. On her right hand, he left a thumb. I pulled this off the nail polish. There must have been a struggle before he killed her. Before he put the gloves on.
Did you tell him about the print?
Haven't you found it yet?
Take a look at this.
I feel like that's a good thing that the agent doesn't know about it.
Hi, it's me.
Who was the agent that called
You
her?
got a print.
Scully got a print.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna modem it out to you immediately to see if you can run a match.
Are you staying on there, Scully? Look, I know this is a pretty horrific case.
I'm okay with it, Mulder. Anyway, you could use my help.
You gonna face it.
Always.
You gonna confront it. Always.
You were Agent Boggs didn't call here looking for me earlier, did you?
Did you call Scully?
That
No.
guy called. Faster, whatever his name is.
Okay, well, I'll see you when I get there.
He somehow called. I don't know how. But he knew of Scully because the guy in the other cell gave him
I'll take the bedroom.
Scully's name. He said Scully. Like the announcer or the commentator, sorry.
We're clear back here.
Let's put out an APB on Donald Addy Faster, age 28.
That guy is not 28.
Look at this.
Oh, not the rent-a-car. Not the rent-a-car. Okay, the car's alright so far. Maybe Donnie has been possessed by the devil or evil. Or it is evil reincarnate. Don't touch my skull, man. Oh. Why is Scully always the one that gotta go through this, man? Frickin'
She should be here.
He was on the plane. Landed 3 hours ago.
We found Agent Scully's car.
Oh, bro. Oh, bro. It is on site. It is on site. If Scully goes missing for another few episodes, I'm a flip.
She was forced off the road. It looks like a white car. Get one of your men and get a sample of this paint and get it on the plane to Washington. If we hurry and we're lucky, we can get a make and model of the car by morning. We're gonna find her.
Is this guy sus too? This better not be another Dwayne Barry situation, man. I love the lighting. The room here, like it. Obviously, it's meant to be ice cold, right? Because that's how they're not able to tell the time of death. Lighting is so cool. Like, it's cool and cool, if that makes sense. With the blue lighting. Or the shades of blue. Oh my gosh.
Nothing registered to Donald faster. Right.
You know, people videotape police beatings on darkened streets. They managed to spot Elvis in 3 cities across America every day, but no one saw a pretty woman being forced off the road in her
Pretty woman.
We could have taken her any place. How are we going to find her?
Bro, where's the faith?
Why do you say that?
Being you so pissed off at her from what your profile says.
Do we know where his mother lives?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
You don't know anything, bro. The reason
lives in Boca Raton, Florida.
The reason I think this guy is like evil incarnate or the devil in human form is that we've seen, it's not just through the perspective of Scully, we've seen that devil-like appearance appear. We saw it at the mortuary as well with the other guy at the beginning of the episode.
Get the hell away from me!
Scully, I want you to put belt to ass on this guy right now. Oh my gosh. He looking like the villain from Buffy season 1.
Don't be afraid.
He morphed into various individuals.
Is your hair normal or dry?
Your hair about to be wet after I drown your ass in that bathtub. Yeah, yeah. Get your licks in, Scully. I haven't seen this guy run yet. He can only walk. This guy may be 28, but he talks and walks like he's 82.
I know this house, girly girl.
Yeah, because like earlier on in the episode, we saw Scully talk about, you know, the evil in the world, and you know, throughout her training being prepared for that and stuff like that. But I feel like I said earlier on in the episode, I feel like you know, this is evil incarnate here. It's the devil probably working through Donnie, and you know, as we saw right there with him morphing into many other individuals, or shapeshifting into many other individuals. I feel like that's implied right there, or like it's trying to tell us, or the show's trying to tell us that, you know, the devil works through many individuals, not just Donnie. He can take the shape and form of anyone, any human in the world. And you know, Scully talked about it this episode. Evil doesn't necessarily need to be like sort of like the aliens or the, you know, sort of paranormal stuff. Like it could, yeah, basically be the devil working through many individuals. And it's really reminding me of this episode, like the commentary on evil and it being, you know, and Scully and Mulder fighting the good fight against evil. And I know this show came out after, but if you guys have seen Angel, and I don't want to delve into spoilers for Angel, but like one of the themes, you know, throughout Angel and even Buffy, it's the sort of same thing. It's like, you know, the battle between good versus evil. And there's a fantastic episode in Angel where he confronts a certain individual and he talks about, you know, you're never ever going to be able to defeat evil. Evil will always lurk throughout the history of the world. Like, it's always going to lurk throughout humanity. There's always going to be evil to fight. You can never extinguish evil, no matter how hard you try. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be there. And all you can do is continue to fight that good fight against evil. And I feel like that's what Mulder and Scully are doing in the show. They're continuing to fight that good fight against evil. And it's always going to be there, even after Mulder and Scully are gone. And there will be replacements for Mulder and Scully to continue to fight that good fight against evil. But granted, this is the X-Files, so we know there's more to it in terms of like the extraterrestrial type of stuff. But this episode is really interesting as well, especially with Scully being a woman of faith. And especially like she was exactly saying to the therapist this episode, about what I mentioned before she met up with the therapist about her experiences recently, her losing her father, and her, you know, having that near-death experience and, you know, basically being in touch of heaven or the afterlife and stuff like that. So I feel like it's the devil working through Donnie here. And he can, yeah, he takes various shapes and forms. And even if you kill Donnie here, even if you, like, yeah, he's going to resurface somehow through someone else. We saw it last episode in... That's one way we can deal with it, baby. The bug spray, that's crazy. But what I was going to say is that we saw it even last episode with that Coakley guy. That's evil in the purest form. Oh, bro, that was scary, that cut right there. So, yeah, that's what, bro, I would.
Let me get some paramedics here now.
See, I feel like it's not just Scully's perspective seeing the devil there, but the way they've cloaked the costume this episode is really well done with the shadows and silhouettes.
How did you find me?
His mother used to own the house, willed it to his sisters. The patrolman saw his car out back.
Get him out of here.
Sure you don't want to sit down, Scully? Let somebody take a look at you.
I'm fine.
Well, Mulder really can't. You gotta talk to Mulder about it. You're not really fine. He knows that. Why Scully gotta go through this, man? Why gotta be Scully? Gillian Anderson again.
The conquest of fear lies in the moment of its acceptance.
The close-up shots this episode of Gillian Anderson. Fantastic facial expressions.
Commonplace. It's been said that the fear of the unknown is an irrational response to the excesses of the imagination. But our fear of the everyday, of the lurking stranger, and the sound of footfalls on the stairs,
that's chilling.
The fear of violent death and the primitive impulse to survive are as frightening as any X-file. As real as the acceptance that it could happen to you.
Yeah, that was a heater. That was a heater. That episode was cooking. That episode was cooking throughout. That was crazy. It could happen to you there. Now, what I thought is that, like, you know, at the end when Donnie got arrested, and he had that sort of fear in him, and he was sort of shaken and taken aback, I thought the devil left him right there. You know, left him to fend for himself, and it's almost as if he woke up from sort of that possession, that trance he was in, with the devil taking over his soul, and you know, he was really, really fearful right there because he didn't know what had happened. But the ending right there again sort of suggests that no, he is still lurking in him, and he's always gonna be there. He's always gonna be there. We can always have these type of episodes right here. You know, with the devil taking many shapes and forms, and you know, basically can possess anyone, female, male, dog, cat, whatever. But yeah, that's just one of the many instances, and it so happened to affect Mulder and Scully this episode, and they happen to be on the case. And in particular, mainly, Scully. But yeah, that was a great episode of the X-Files, ladies and gentlemen. One of the better ones of this season. Yeah. That's up there with, you know, the top ones this season. Maybe top 3 with the opening episode, One Breath, and probably this one too. That was a great episode of the X-Files, ladies and gentlemen. A great overall atmosphere to it. Yeah, absolutely chilling. Unnerving stuff. Yeah, that was just great. That was great. That was really well done. Really well done. And especially being a person of faith. Oh, man, like you and seeing Scully face that fear this episode and being so overwhelmed by it, and at the end just breaking down, that hit. That was a great episode of the X-Files, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. It's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.